for pulling gun.
But when I saw him swing around so fast, I didn't want to get shot either.
That's what a customer who opened fire on a would-be robber inside a dollar store told Fox 10 News last night. Well, tonight, the family of that suspected thief is lashing out.
Now, last night, you heard exclusively from the customer who stepped in to rescue store employees that were held at gunpoint. Well, the family of that man says he shouldn't have gotten involved.
Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Perez has more.
From his hospital bed at USA Medical Center, 18-year-old Adric White waits for a jail bed. The teen already has robbery charges hanging over his head from September. On Tuesday, officials believe White struck again, but this time was different.
He had the gun to his head. He had him on his knees. Drew my gun on him, and I said, "Hey, don't move." At that point, he swung around, and before he had a chance to aim the gun at me, I fired.
A customer who we're not identifying was shopping at the Family Dollar on Stanton Road when he says he saw White holding employees at gunpoint. The customer pulled out his own gun and fired 5 times. While police say it was completely legal, White's family says they're angry.
If his life was not in danger, if no one had a gun up to him, if no one pointed a gun at him, what gives him the right to think that it's okay to just shoot someone? You should have just left the store and left and went wherever you had to go in your car or whatever.
Originally, we had interviewed White's parents about the cases, but they later called demanding that we not air it. 2 robberies in 2 months. We asked one relative her thoughts about the accusations.
We don't know. Like I said, we don't know anything. We only know what we've been hearing secondhand through the news, so I would not like to come in because I don't know.
As he recovers from his gunshot wounds and prepares for what's to come, the Baldwin County District Attorney's Office is filing to have his bond revoked. They want White kept in jail and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, White's family told us that he was hanging with the wrong people and needed help. They believe he didn't deserve to be shot. His last alleged robbery was at the original Oyster House on the Causeway. Officials say he even had the same M.O.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Y'all heard the video. Y'all understand what's going on. This young cat, demonically possessed, was going around robbing stores and established businesses at gunpoint, which is armed robbery. Holding guns that people had. And when you do dirt, dirt comes back to you. So he in the midst of committing a robbery. By the way, he already have a robbery charge over his head dating back to September. So this dude got that's his MO. But meanwhile, you have the delusional nigger woman who cannot accept accountability that her cousin, her brother, her son, or whoever the hell he is to her, was in the wrong and have a history of robbing people. Jake is that's bugged out, man. And the nigger woman is so delusional, she can't see when someone is in the wrong. He should have just walked away, left the store and got in his car and let her nephew or her brother or her cousin, whoever the hell he is, to her, commit robbery. The guy said that dude had the gun pointed to some dude head and he was on his knees. Supposing the gun would have went off, that'd have been okay to that nigger woman, right? As long as her son, nephew, cousin, whoever the hell he is to her, was okay. But he's out there committing all kind of violent acts of robbery with a gun, may I add. And anything can happen when a person is holding the gun with their hand on the trigger. Jake is that's gone. Wow. And I understand this right here, and I know this. Jake only respect violence. But when violence come to them, now they playing the victim. You see, this was the nigger women like to do. When they in the wrong, they play the victim. Now they're trying to make this dude that was out there committing armed robbery, make it seem like he's the victim. And he's not the victim. He's a goddamn suspect in robberies. Got caught red-handed and got done. What happened to him was justly done to him, man. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie in the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. This dude out there committing robberies. Oh, he's hanging with the wrong people. He need help. He got some help. He got some help. He lucky he escaped with his life. The Most High had mercy on you. That was a strict warning. Now you're going to go do some time. And when you come home, you should be on an, if you come home, because we ain't got that long in the society, that jail cell may be your tomb. So you put yourself in that situation. Back in Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, smoking weed, committing adultery, robbing people, selling drugs, gang banging. You name it, if it's wicked, Jake is involved with it. It says, as a wild bull in the net, they are full of the fury of the Lord. And that's why you got shot the fuck up. Excuse my language, but it gets you mad. Then you got the nigga women so delusional, can't see when somebody is wrong. That shows you that these women, mainly the black women, cannot accept accountability. Accountability to them is like poison. It's like cyanide. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just to hear the nigga woman try to justify what her family member did. That's wrong. It says, they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. And that's what's happening, man. And Jake gonna remain that way because Jake have little to no understanding. They don't have a clue what's going on in this society. All they know is black culture, which is nothing but a culture of death. Wearing your pants hanging off your ass, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, smoking Black and Miles. Just being a goddamn degenerate. In this guy's case, his family is justifying his wicked actions. They even bailed him out. I'd have let him stay in that jail cell to cool off. He's going to jail. He got 2 armed robberies hanging over his head. You don't think he gonna do some time? But these women can't accept accountability. Nor with their delusional way of thinking. They warped delusional way of thinking. Consider that, yeah, this dude is on the wrong path to destruction. Jake is gone, man. And I have no pity for that nigga, man. He lucky the Most High didn't delete him, didn't put him to death. That was a warning. Damn, that shit get you tight, man. Listen to that dumb, delusional way of thinking from these nigga women, man. Probably a big Shirley, fat, out of shape, twisted, with multiple demons on them. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And I'm quite sure he's in Alabama. There's an Alabama camp out there. I'm quite sure he ran across the brothers. He ran across the Hebrew Israelites. But he's this wicked, stupid nigga that's going to continue doing his wickedness until, hey, the Most High stopped him. Now you're going to jail. And that's perhaps going to be your tomb. Because you're going to fry. Because things is heating up. Prophecies are coming to pass. So we ain't got time. We ain't got long. And you're going to rot in that place, man. You got 2 armed robberies hanging over your head. I don't know the laws in Alabama, but I know in New York City, 1 armed robbery, depending on your jacket, your criminal history, 1 armed robbery is 15 to life. But if you got a history of doing that, they're going to give you some time. they gonna give you some time, hella time. I don't know, like I said, I don't understand, and I don't know Alabama law, but I'm quite sure it's harsh. It says, back in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Like I said, I'm quite sure he's seen camps out there on the highways and the byways in Alabama. I'm quite sure he's hearing of all the wars and the rumors of wars on the television, because every time you turn on the television, it's talking about Ukraine, or now it's talking about Gaza and the Israeli war. So he understands what's going on. He see what's going on, but he can't understand it. It says, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their eyes, their ears slacken heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. That's not going to happen. Not to the 2/3. This is only referring to the elect being healed, man. But the 2/3, they're going to go on to their destruction, because they believe in black culture. The elect believes in Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, in these scriptures. But the 2/3 believe in that black culture of death, drill music, fumbling and bumbling around with your pants hanging up your ass, with blonde dreadlocks, committing all kind of wicked, foolish acts. It says, verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses be without men, and the land be utterly desolate. What's gonna make that happen? Thermal, nuclear destruction, and concentrated fire when Yahweh Shah cracked from skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance. So you're gonna remain in that state of being a wicked individual until you be destroyed, and you're gonna remain in that cell, recovering from your gunshot wounds, and then you're gonna die being a goddamn. I mean, you in captivity twice now, man. We still in the land of our captivity, pursuant to Baruch 3 and 8. But now you in the criminal justice system, and they're gonna make a slave out of you. You're gonna be slave laboring for 25 cents a day until the missiles come and destroy you, burn your stupid ass up. Can't make this up, man. Can't make this up. And then you got his family trying to justify his wickedness. Oh, he's hanging out with the wrong people. He needs help. What about getting him some help? Well, he got some help now. The Most High gave him a whole lot of help. And who knows what's going to happen to him in that prison system? Most of these jakes are effeminate anyway, man. They got girly ways anyway. So you might become stuff in there, man. You might become somebody squeezing there. All because you're trying to play hard on the streets, sticking people up at gunpoint. Then when the tables are turned on you, your family is bitching, whining with their warped, delusional way of thinking about you being the victim, and you not the victim. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make it up. Jake respects violence, and that's what's coming, man. That's what's violence, man. That's what's coming, violence, man. That's what's coming to you people. Violence. Violence. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. Do no evil, so shall no harm come to thee. Depart from the unjust. Your family must claim you was hanging out with the wrong crowd. So you lack judgment. You lack prudence. So whose fault is that, man? That you hanging out with the wrong crowd, that they can influence you to commit wicked acts. Nah. You hang with 9 broke friends, you're gonna be the 10th one. Birds of the same feather flocks together. If you hanging out with 10 gangbangers, you're going to be the 11th gangbanger. If you hanging out with 5 moles, you're going to be the 6th mole. So there's no excuse for your actions. Take accountability for your actions, nigga. It says, back in the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1, do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. I have to read it slow because you people are slow of heart. Let me read it again. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity, which is sin upon sin, shall turn away from thee. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. You was out there committing all kind of wicked acts, robbing people, whatever crimes you have committed that you got away with, that you thought you got away with. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men are fully setting them to do evil. You got caught twice. You almost lost your life. That was a warning from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, while Yahweh shot. The Lord wounds you, and you may pull through, look like you're going to pull through. Now you're going to jail. You perhaps may be somebody's squeeze, somebody's stuff. Back in the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 3. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, going out there committing all kind of lewd acts, robbing people, committing adultery, gang banging, and any other wickedness you doing out there. And thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. What you was putting out, what you was sowing out there, you reaped it. Now you laying in a prison, a hospital with your hand handcuffed to the bed, waiting for a hospital bed, waiting for for the doctor to transfer you to a prison, not a prison, the county jail until they convict your ass. Then then they're gonna ship your ass to prison. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. I keep saying it. You Jakes only respect violence. You Jakes only respect violence, and that's what's coming. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. Violence on a large scale. Violence on a large scale. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's you niggas out there, man. Miseries are coming, man. Miseries are coming. While you out there committing your wickedness, Esau, the so-called white man, is practicing. Getting ready for the day of martial law, which is going to be Jacob's trouble. Getting ready for some kind of terrorist attack. And you got all these criminals coming, these migrants coming from Venezuela. They hardened criminals. Coming from the South America, they hardened criminals. And they're going to do a lot of damage, man. But you people keep on thinking there's a joke out there. The 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans look like everything is okay. You think everything is going to be okay. Meanwhile, Esau, the so-called white man, is sharpening that sword. Matter of fact, let me get that. Being I keep on saying that. Let me get that. Because miseries are coming, man. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. Miseries are coming. And a lot of you are going to get caught up in the great number. Pursuant to 2 Ezra, the 5th chapter, the 1st verse on down, man. Unbelievable, man. I mean, when I heard that, man, I was like, nah, man, I got to do a video on this, man. You hear the way that these delusional women think? No accountability for their actions, man. Making it seem this dude is the victim. He should have just got in his car, walked out the store. Meanwhile, lives are being threatened. You can't make this shit up. Ezekiel 21 verse 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Who's sharpening that sword? Who's making that sword to be in excellent condition? And who's practicing for the day of martial law? These Gurkha troops, these UN troops, Interpol, the National Guards. And what are they practicing for? What are they waiting for? It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Now, who are they going to inflict that sore slaughter on? You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because the fury of the Lord is going to be, the fury of the Lord, he's going to put that spirit on them to carry out his fury and his judgments upon the 2/3. I'm not going to feel sorry for y'all. You think I feel sorry for that kid? Nope. Go out there and get a job, nigga. What you robbing people for? Slucky. Go out there and get a job. Work for a living. You got people in the you robbing people in the dollar store. What kind of money they got shopping in the dollar store? I mean, you can get tissue, special, different hygiene, paper plates and soaps and all that. But basically, if they shopping in the dollar store, that means they don't really have no money. So what the hell you robbing them for? Wow. That's why that sword is being sharpened to make a sword slaughter. Let's go back to Ezekiel 21 verse 10. It is sharper to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? We're not in a time of mirth, even though they're about to celebrate this pagan holiday. Celebrate New Year's. We're not in a time of mirth, man. We're in a time of war. We're in a time of serious judgments coming down. It says, should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he have given it, who's he? The Lord, Yahweh Yahweh Shah. And he have given it to be handled. And he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hands of the slayer. Who was the slayer? Esau Edom. And them Gurkha troops. Interpol. Them UN troops. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. The Lord's people are the Israelites. From Judah on down to Issachar. It says, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by the reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the thigh. You respect violence, that's what's coming. You Jakes respect nothing but violence. Following behind a culture of death, which is black culture. And you get your just due. You get your just due. You sowing all this wickedness, you're going to reap it. And to the nigger woman that cannot accept accountability, that has a warped way of thinking, delusional, very delusional, Isaiah 32:9 is coming for that ass. So with that, I'm going to close it out. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, you occupy that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.